going to go through today, guys, is like an overview on like your liners, your materials, so your bases as well, and things like that. Just because we find usually at this time of the year, based on what you've learned from your Dr. Cadonis lectures, is sometimes some of the things he refers to when they're either like the concept might be hard to grasp because of the way it's explained, or like sometimes you hear contradicting things from certain tutors. So like one tutor might say something, then another one will say something else, and then you're a bit sort of unsure which way to go about it. Okay. So I'll go through everything, and then if at any stage anyone wants to ask questions, pop your hand up, just ask. I'm happy for that. At the end as well, ask any questions. If there's anything you want me to clarify, just ask, okay? So first of all, I want to go through, I find always the one that confuses a lot of people is just the whole concept of liners, okay? So I think the first one is that the ratio 1-to-1, I think sometimes in Dr. Cadonis' lectures he refers to that as a base. Now, why he sometimes refers to that as a base is because of it's quite thick. Because you got 1 powder to 1 liquid ratio there, when you apply it, it goes on quite thickly. The thing is though, in my interpretation, and I find with most other tutors will agree with this, is that anything that is essentially less than 2 mils is quite difficult to define as a base. And the thing is, it doesn't matter how much you apply, but you could mix just heaps and heaps of 1-to-1 and apply that, like apply a bit, set it, apply a bit, set it. You're going to be there for a really long time to try and get that in a 2 mil thickness, okay? So I would always class any type of ratio of Fujibon. If it's just Fujibon, doesn't matter what ratio, I would really class that as a liner, okay? Now, I put calcium hydroxide in the liner family, but the thing is calcium hydroxide, or it might be referred to sometimes by certain tutors as Life or Dical. Those are the commercial names for it. That's sort of a specialized liner. You only use that in certain situations. In the past, it was used more routinely, but nowadays we only ever use a GIC-based liner, or you can use, have you guys heard about H prime bond? So they call that direct dentinal bonding.